Greetings, wizards! Welcome to the Papercraft Wizard channel. My name is Kelly, and I'm so excited you're here. In this video, we're going to be creating a laced-up spine feature for our Charmed mini album. Let's get started. We'll begin with our base cover that we created in our previous video. First, we have our spine piece. This measures 7 7/8 by 3 5/8. And we'll add that directly onto our spine. We also have a cover piece that is 8 3/8 inches by 8 7/8 inches. And then we have a back cover piece that's also 8 3/8 inches by 8 7/8 inches. I'll lay the album out flat with the exterior cover facing out. And I'll use some liquid adhesive, and then I'll adhere those 3 pieces into place. Now that we have those 3 pieces in place, we'll go ahead and add our inside spine cover piece. And this piece measures 8 7/8 by 3 3/4 inches. I'll add my liquid adhesive and then place this down directly over the inside of the spine. And this is the faux suede I'll be using. It has the faux suede texture on one side, and then it has sort of a felt texture on the other side. These come in 12 by 12 sheets. I've cut these 2 pieces out of the faux suede. They measure 9 1/4 inch by 2 inches. And now I'm going to mark a 1/2 inch in on the top right hand side of one of the pieces. And I'll mark a 1/2 inch on the top left side of the other piece. I'm going to put the piece of suede into my trimmer, and I'm just going to cut from that bottom corner up to that top mark that we made at a 1/2 inch. And I'll also do the same for the other piece. And I'm going to mark where I need to punch the holes. I'm placing these holes on the side that has the slant. We're going to make 8 holes in each of these pieces of suede. I'm marking them at about a 1/2 inch in. And now we'll punch the holes. We want to ensure that our holes go on the side with the slant for both pieces. They will start out with the suede pieces closer together at the bottom and then a little bit further apart at the top. It adds a little bit of interest to our corset look of our laced up spine. And now we have all the holes in place, and I'm going to begin adding the eyelets. I'm pushing the eyelet through the hole, adding the backer, and then I'm using my crocodile to squeeze those into place. And there we have our first one. And we'll continue to do this for the remaining holes, eyelets, and eyelet backers. And we'll do this for both pieces. And now we have both pieces finished. So I'm going to add these to the spine. I want them to overlap the front and back cover by about a ½ inch. So I'm going to use my ruler and my craft mat to add glue to about a ½ inch of the space there. And then I'll fill that in. I want to make sure there's plenty of adhesive in place. And once I add enough adhesive, I'll add the suede piece onto that cover. I want to make sure I leave as equal space at the top and bottom of the faux suede as possible. We're going to wrap that around to the inside of the cover. And even though my glue does dry clear, I do try to wipe away some of the excess glue that's squeezed out. I'm going to use my bone folder to help make sure that's nice and secure. And now we'll do the same for the other side. Now that we have both pieces of the suede on the spine, we're going to add the ribbon. I'm using approximately 48 inches of ribbon, and I'm also going to use a lighter to singe the ends so that it doesn't fray while I'm trying to put it through the eyelets. I'm going to add the ribbon to the first 2 holes, try to make sure that there is an even amount of ribbon on both sides, and then I'll start lacing up the spine. It did take me a bit to fiddle with the ribbon and make sure that it was straight and not wrinkling as I went. And then, of course, I ended up fiddling with it for a while after that. And here I've set it to double speed just to save a little bit of time. As I mentioned, I did fiddle with this quite a bit. Just make a quick little knot, and then I'll add a bow. I'm going to create a bow separately and then tie that on to the ribbon that we have. I've created a little bow with some of the excess ribbon, and now I'm just tying that bow on with the ribbon that's left up at the top of our spine. Bows aren't really my thing. I don't use them very often, but if you are great with bows and you have a suggestion of a better way of doing this, please let me know in the comments. And now I'm taking another little piece of ribbon. I'm going to add some score tape to it. And now I'm going to wrap that ribbon around my bow to give it a little more of a finished look. Now that we have all of our ribbon in place, I've flipped the cover over and I'm adding some liquid adhesive to the suede that's sticking out from the other side. And then I will adhere that in place. Sometimes it does take a little bit to get the suede to stick, but once it's on there, it's usually on there pretty well. And I'll do that for all 4 of the little pieces that are sticking out. And now that we have all 4 of these suede pieces adhered onto the inside of our album, our spine is finished. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. Thank you for watching. Happy paper crafting.